Beeped at by a stranger on the school run. What happened next might just surprise you. Hello, brilliant parents. You know, every day seems to throw us into these unexpected lessons, doesn't it? Well, let me share a little story from my own parenting journey that happened during our school run, a time when lessons come at you faster than you can say homework. So I'm cruising along, minding my own business, when suddenly I find myself at a roundabout with a blue car behind me and a red car zipping around in front. Now, being the careful driver I am, I come to a stop at the demarcation line, ensuring it's safe to proceed. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? Wrong. The lady in the blue car behind me seems to have taken such offense to my cautious approach. She throws her hands up in frustration. She lays them on the horn, sending a cacophony of beeps into the air. Talk about a teaching moment. Instead of getting flustered, I saw this as an opportunity to teach my son a valuable lesson. I explained to him what was happening, how the lady behind us was displaying anger and frustration, likely due to her own issues that had nothing to do with us. And this led us into a discussion about different types of problems, the ones we solve, the ones we accept, and the ones that just are not ours to deal with. As we talked it through, my son made a profound observation. Mummy, sometimes people try to give you their emotions even if you don't want them. And you know what? He's absolutely right. As parents, it's our job to shield our children from unnecessary negativity, whilst also teaching them to take accountability, but only for their own actions. So I took a moment to reflect on my own actions. Maybe my cautious driving triggered the lady's frustration, but that's on her, not me. Perhaps I can learn to check my rearview mirror a bit more when stopping at roundabouts so I can grow too. However, there is no universe where I choose to drive into oncoming traffic at a roundabout, so I'm pretty happy with my choice. I've taken accountability by thinking, how could I do better in future? And I've left it at that. I learned a small lesson, but my son has learned a huge one. The difference between problems we can help with and those we can't. As our discussion continued, I delved deeper into the concept of problem solving with my son. I explained that just like in a video game where you need to choose the right tool for each challenge, in life we need to assess the types of problems we encounter and respond accordingly. So I introduced him to the idea of using a shields up approach as a way to protect ourselves from taking on burdens that are not ours to bear. He made me smile when he likened emotions to dog poo that we need to shield ourselves from. Shield up, he exclaimed from the back of the car, giggling at the metaphorical dog poo splattering everywhere. Together we explored the three types of problems. Problems we can help with, and should. These are the challenges that directly involve us or where our assistance is genuinely needed. Whether it's helping a friend with a new skill such as tying their shoelace or riding their bike, to the art of actively listening when someone going through a tough time needs your help. These are problems we embrace and tackle head on. Then there are the problems we can help with but are none of our business. Sometimes we may come across issues that we have the skills to address, but they're not our responsibility. It could be a disagreement between friends or a family matter that doesn't directly involve us. And in these situations, we can offer support and guidance if asked, but ultimately, it's up to the individuals involved to resolve the issue. Then there are the problems we should not help with, as we are not equipped to. And these problems are simply beyond our abilities or expertise to solve. They could be complex issues requiring adult help, or even professional help, or situations where intervening could do more harm than good. And by recognizing our limitations and knowing when to step back, we can all protect ourselves and others from unnecessary stress and conflict. As I explained these concepts to my son, I could see the gears turning in his head. It was a light bulb moment for him, the realization that not all problems are meant for us to solve, and that's okay. By teaching him to have shields up and discern between the different types of problems, I'm equipping him with valuable life skills that will serve him well in the future. In the end, my son walked away with a newfound understanding of emotional accountability, knowing when to shield himself from the emotions that aren't his to carry and when to help. So, fellow parents, next time you find yourself navigating the chaos of the school run or any other daily hurdle, remember to turn it into a teaching lesson. For those wanting to teach their children this lesson, you could use these simple one-liners to impart some wisdom to your little ones. The first, not all problems are ours to solve. The second, sometimes people try to give us their emotions, but we choose whether to accept them or not. And the third, a shield. It's okay to protect yourself with the shields up. And there you have it. Another day, another opportunity to turn life's curveballs into teaching moments. Let's continue to have these important conversations with our children. By empowering them with problem-solving skills, emotional awareness, and the ability to set boundaries, we're nurturing resilient and empathic individuals who can navigate life's challenges with confidence and compassion. The beauty of parenting lies in turning every moment, even the frustrating ones, into opportunities for growth and learning, and avoiding being triggered by those moments ourselves. Here's to creating brilliant kids, one lesson at a time, empowering our children and creating brilliant futures together. Until next time, keep cruising through the school run chaos with grace and a dash of parental wisdom. If you enjoyed this, find more on creatingbrilliantkids.com.